Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jean if you have not been here before, and today we are doing another cozy, cute little video. I have a little snack, some raspberries, and I'm also on my second cup of coffee today. It is like the afternoon now, and I just knew I needed another coffee to film this video. I've been cleaning all morning long, and I finally figured out how to use my camera properly. Isn't that a joke? So it goes along with this video. It's just a chit chat Q&A. You guys have been asking me a bunch of questions, and I actually posted like the questions on Instagram, and I was answering a bunch of them and posting about it, and then there were so many more, and then I also posted on my YouTube like channel page for questions, and I thought, why not just film another Q&A for you guys. I do these every month or so. I have a couple on my channel already if you guys want to watch those. So if I didn't answer your question that might have already been answered in a previous video, I'll link them down below for you guys. But yeah, really quick, I just learned how to use my camera on manual. This whole time, over a year, I've been filming on auto because I just do what I gotta do. That's all I knew how to use. I have a ring light and I shot on auto, so that kind of answers a bunch of your questions as far as like YouTube. It's not as hard as it looks as far as equipment and setting up. The hardest thing is more emotional, I think, with YouTube rather than the physical work. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, I learned how to use my camera in manual, so let me know down below if you guys can tell a difference. It's a lot brighter. My background's brighter. I'm also filming at a very good time of day. I also still have my ring light up, but I always struggled with me being super bright with my ring light and then my background always being really, really dark. The background's not perfect yet. I still want the background to be a lot brighter and whiter, and I'm actually planning on painting my room white, which I think will help a ton. But I need to order new lights for my background. But the manual mode has definitely helped with like brightening up the actual video itself. So besides that, I'm just going to be answering you guys' questions. This is mostly going to be like more personal one-on-one questions rather than business questions. I get a bunch of business questions, and I'm still planning on filming a completely separate Q&A about how to be a YouTuber, influencer, all that kind of stuff, like really telling you guys everything. I actually filmed that video in the summer, and I lost all my SD cards while I was in California. So that video is completely gone, but that is still on my plan to film it. But today I just wanted to do something more casual, more of the personal questions you guys have asked me. So I guess we'll just jump into it. I have a bunch of leftover questions on Instagram, and then I also have some on YouTube from you guys. I'm just gonna kind of go through. I can't answer all of them. We're already gonna be here for a while, I can tell. But I'm going to answer the most common questions or questions that I think will benefit most of you guys. So let's get into it. It's going to be in no order. I just have a bunch of these questions on here, and then I'm going to answer them. So the first one, she asks, what is your ethnicity / nationality? Wow, that's a tongue twister. I don't know everything. I feel like I'm a mix of a bunch of stuff, just like European white, but I do know my mom's side of the family has a lot of Polish, and I think maybe a little Irish and Canadian. I know that. And then my dad's side I know also has Polish and French. My last name Fonville is French, so I think I'm mostly French, and I like to say that anyways because I'm very French biased. I just love French culture, so I always tell everyone I'm French. But I feel like I'm a bunch of different things. I want to do one of those, like, send in your saliva or your spit or whatever, and then they test it for you. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, basically when people ask me that, I say French and Polish, but I feel like I'm a bunch of other things as well. Can you film an eyebrow tutorial? Yes, I've been meaning to do that. For the longest time, I always wear like a brown smoky eye. That's my go-to glam look, and I actually have that planned to film next week. So that should be coming really, really soon. My favorite song at the moment. Okay, I actually have a couple. My more like rap song I like is Sold Out Dates by Gunna and Lil Baby. I like that song. Yeah, I like that one. And then I also like Your Shirt by Chelsea Cutler. I think this is kind of older, but it's a really good, like, just like song to sing to in your car. To be honest, I used to be really good at like keeping up with music and like knowing what songs I like and always updating my iTunes and everything, but that was like in high school. I don't do that anymore. I'm so bad with music. The only time I ever get a new song is if my friend shows me it or my little brother shows me it, which both of those are true for those two songs. So I kind of suck at music. I'll try and get back into it. Maybe I can film like my top playlist in the car, those videos. I think they're super cute and interesting to watch, so maybe I'll do that. What is my favorite drugstore bronzer? Okay, I have two. I love the Milani. Is it Milani? No, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys probably already all know about that. That's an amazing, more natural bronzer. And then I also love the Milani Baked Bronzer. It has like a little bit of shimmer in it, and that's a really nice light bronzer as well. And then for more like contour high bronzing, I talked about this in my last video. It's a Morphe Single Bronzer. I'll pop it on the screen. It's so good. I know it's technically not drugstore, but it's $6, so it's super cheap. You can get it at Ulta, and you can get it online at Morphe. So those are three really, really good, inexpensive bronzers. My favorite drugstore mascara would definitely be L'Oreal Carbon Black. It's just like a true black mascara, like such an OG one. I use that every day. I'm actually wearing it right now. That's my favorite for sure from the drugstore. My favorite drugstore foundation, this is all from the same girl, so thanks for asking all these questions because I feel like these are pretty important answers. My favorite drugstore foundation are the L'Oreal foundations in the squeezy tubes. I like the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte, so depending on what kind of skin type you have, you can use both of them. I'm kind of a combo, so depending on what kind of finish I want, I love those foundations. Really, really good drugstore picks. What's your Starbucks order at the moment? My Starbucks order changes all the time. I have so many favorites. It just depends what I'm in the mood for. If I just want a straight up coffee, I drink just a normal coffee, usually the medium roast with almond milk. But if I want like more caffeine but not coffee again, I'll usually get the Very Berry Hibiscus Refresher. It's a little more sugary and sweet, but it does have the same caffeine level as coffee. So usually I'll get a coffee in the morning, and if I need another Starbucks later, I'll usually get that later in the day if I want a pick-me-up. I also get the iced green tea. That's a really good healthy option. I like getting the just like cafe lattes, just super simple. I don't get any like crazy drinks besides their like seasonal teas I really, really like. So that's it. And then during the holiday, I was getting a chai tea latte with soy milk, and that is so good, but I felt like it was messing up with my stomach, so I stopped ordering those. Where did you get your glasses? Okay, you guys ask me this all the time. My Ray-Ban sunglasses and my eyeglasses I wear are both from Ray-Ban. I'll make sure to link them down below. My sunglasses are just like the hexagon gold classic Ray-Ban glasses, and then my eyeglasses that I wear are also from Ray-Ban. They're really thin and fragile, and to be honest, they look really cute and I love how they look, but it's not that I wouldn't recommend them. If you guys like how they look, then of course by all means go ahead and buy them, but they're so thin and fragile, and I ordered them online, and I wish I ordered more of like a nicer, thicker pair. I'm kind of in the market to get a new pair of glasses, so I've been looking at Warby and Parker, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it's a Detroit brand. We have one downtown here, and we also have one at the mall close near me. So I want to pick up glasses from there because they're inexpensive, but they're so nice and like trendy looking. But anyways, my glasses from Ray-Bans are, yeah, they're from Ray-Ban, and I don't have a prescription or anything. I just have a blue light lens, so that means my lens is clear, so it won't mess with my eyes at all, but it does have a blue light filter, so when I'm editing, when I'm on my phone, when I'm on my computer, I wear those, and it helps me from getting migraines, and it's also like helpful for long-term effects. The blue light lens has been getting really, really popular even for like the everyday person, just because I think it's going to help with like long-term sight since we're always on our phones. But especially if you guys edit, if you take photos, if you're always constantly on your laptop like looking like this like I am, then they definitely help with migraines and just like health for your eyes. You guys can go to like any optic store and get blue light lenses. So I ordered my frames from Ray-Ban, and then I took them to like a local optic place and put the blue light lenses in, and they're super inexpensive. So yeah. My favorite Netflix series, to be honest, I don't watch TV. I've never been someone to watch TV. The only thing that I watch on TV is HGTV, and that's like very, very rare. But recently I have been watching more Netflix just because when I'm with my friends or whatever, that's kind of what we do. And people are always talking about new stuff, and I got into a few series on Netflix. I haven't finished all of them yet, but it's so weird for me to even say this because I've never been a TV person. I started Quantico with Andrew a while ago. We never finished it because it's so long and it drags on, but it's such a good show, so if you guys need something to watch, Quantico's amazing. I know it's older, I'm kind of late on the train, but if you guys are too, then watch that. And then I'm also watching You right now, which everyone's been talking about. I haven't finished it. I'm literally on like the third show. I can't watch it for too long, so I watch like one show at a time. But yeah, that's a really good new one, so check that out. What is your favorite quote to live by? You guys probably already know this if you've been watching me forever, and it's restez positif, which means stay positive in French. I have a tattoo of it. You can't really see, and it's also on my merch. If you guys want to buy that, shameless plug, I'll leave my merch link down below. I have a cute little gray crop tank that says it on it, and I have a ring that says it on it. I have it tattooed on my body. Like, I live by that quote. It's so simple but so meaningful, and if you just remind yourself that every day whenever you're going through something hard or just even waking up in the morning, I swear it helps. What are 3 words you would use to describe yourself? I would say passionate, dedicated, and stubborn. Definitely. Okay, this is kind of a hard question, but I want to try and answer it. I don't even know if I have an answer for this, but we'll try. Any advice to find who you want to be in your life? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? ... Okay. This is hard for me to answer because I kind of feel like I'm lucky in the sense that I knew very early on, just because I'm so, like, strong-headed. Is that even a word? Strong-headed? Strong-minded? Strong-minded. And I'm a big dreamer, so I've always known what I want. I think that's technically where you could start, is if you could, like, dream your biggest dream ever and you might think it's impossible. Think about those things first, and then you can think about, okay, what do I need to do to get me there? And I want that process to be happy as well. Everyone's a little bit different. Someone might want to live across the world one day, but to get there they have to work really hard, and they'd rather work a job that pays a lot and isn't enjoyable, when I'm the other way around. Everything I'm ever doing in my life, I want to be enjoying it, and I've always loved makeup, and I've always loved creating and cameras and being in front of a camera and talking to people and being very open. So that just kind of all came together for me with YouTube and social media influence. Of course, it's a very relevant thing to do nowadays, which is so cool because you can take that and put anything you love into it, whether it's video games, whether it's food, whether it's just advice, anything you can put into YouTube, which I think is really cool. But as far as like just knowing what you want to be, I think thinking of your dreams, like far ahead dreams, will help you start realizing what you need to do to get there, and then to like know what you like. But also don't put too much pressure on it. Like, just live life, especially if you're young. If you're still in middle school, high school, even college, just live, and just make sure you're doing what you want to be doing. Whether if you like going out and partying, go do that. If you like doing your schoolwork, go do your schoolwork. If you like hanging out with your friends, just be happy in the moment, and I think that stuff will come. If you put too much pressure on it, I think it's only going to make it harder. And as far as friends too, surround yourself with good people, with good friends, with people that aren't going to bring you down, going to put any negative feelings or vibes into your life. I just don't think that's healthy, and I've always lived by that. If I just don't feel fully happy or myself around people, I just don't get close with them. Not that you should be mean to them at all, but that's how I have really close-knit friends, and I don't know what I would do without them. They are my whole life. Even if we don't hang out all the time, even if we don't talk all the time, I know they are there. I know I trust them. They're great people, and I think that helps me as well, knowing like what I want to do with my life. So yeah, I don't know if that answered kind of a ramble, but I hope it like helped you a little bit. What is your favorite candle scent? My favorite candle scent is from Volcano, or the scent might be Volcano. I'll pop it on the screen. You can buy them at Anthropology and actually my mom's store, Tallulah Bell, if you guys want to buy it. It's my favorite scent ever. How are you only 19 and you look late 20s? Half of that is I think social media makes me look a lot older, and being on camera, because I'm super tiny and I feel like if you see me in person, I look more like 19 than I do like right now on camera. And of course, lots of makeup, lots of high fashion, always makes everyone look a little bit older. When is your birthday? My birthday is May 17th, and I'll be turning 20 this May. Can you film a workout routine? Yes, I want to film a workout routine. I know I've been saying that forever. Hopefully I'll get around to it. I kind of want to do it in the summer once it's more like time to get into that mode, I guess. What is your favorite movie? My all-time favorite movie is The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Like, all time. Since the first day I saw it, I was like 7 years old, and I went to see it with my grandma in the theaters, and I remember going back to the theaters 3 other times to see it, and still to this day, it is my absolute favorite movie, and I don't think it will ever change. It's like 3 hours long. Such a good movie. You guys need to watch it. How tall are you? I am 5 foot exactly, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Did you have a good camera to start out with? How did you afford a good camera? I want to start a channel. Sometimes like I can't see the full thing, but it says I want to start a full channel, but, so I can't see the rest. So I started off with a Sony. It was a small Sony Mini XS. It was about $500, so it's still pretty expensive. Nowadays you can start on your iPhone. I mean, if you have an iPhone 7, 8, any of those up higher, they shoot 4K. So if you just change the settings in your phone, you can shoot 4K there. And I would start with that, sit in front of a window, use your phone, and you are good to go. But yeah, I started with a Samsung, and how I afforded it is I am very fortunate with the family that I have, and for every like birthday or Christmas, I always ask for like one item that I really, really want. And so if I really, really wanted that camera, I think I got it for my birthday. If I really wanted it for my birthday, I'll ask for my birthday. And then I'll also put like money from like grandparents or whatever towards it as well. So I think that's the best thing to do. Obviously not everyone is in a financial position where they can do that, so just saving your money, working, and saving up for that. But like I said, you don't need to start with anything professional. I now shoot on a Canon 80D, which is a lot more expensive, and I actually want to get a new lens, which is even more expensive, but that just comes with time. So just start with your phone. The quality is not everything. I mean, my quality's been pretty bad pretty much the whole time I've been on YouTube, and it's been pretty successful, so don't think you need the highest of quality. Use your phone, but I'll also link some good options down below if you guys want to check them out. I'll link my camera I'm using right now, I'll link my vlogging camera, and then I'll link the Samsung NX Mini, which is what I started on. The lens actually broke, so I ended up having to buy a new camera, but that's a really good one, and it's a decent price for the quality you'll get out of it. How do you stay positive so effortlessly? It's so hard on my behalf. Again, I think this is another thing where I'm always purposely sharing positive things, happy things, fun things on my social media, on YouTube. I don't choose to be upset in front of the camera for reasons that I truly believe. If you stay positive, if you believe in positivity, that's only going to keep happening. So I would never want to share my negative feelings with you guys, because I feel like that would only bring you guys down. I think there's a difference of being open and being honest, which I always want to be with you guys, rather than being negative. So I think how I stay positive is I just surround myself with it. From the stupidest things, like even everything I follow on Instagram is always positive, is always really happy, motivated people. All my friends and family are usually always just happy people, and if they aren't, I try and make them happy, and you know, it goes back and forth like that. Also just like enjoying life, like the simple little things, like me just hanging out at a coffee shop simply is like one of my favorite things to do, and that just makes me super happy. Or painting my nails at home, or you know, just little things like that. My cat is like my world. He makes me happy all the time. So I think it's finding those little things and then constantly having that reminder. That's why that quote is so important to me. So I guess it's not that I stay positive effortlessly. I'm definitely down all the time. I cry myself to sleep just like you guys do every once in a while. I get really down. I'll be in bed up for complete whole day just because I'm so unmotivated and unhappy and emotionally not there to be doing anything else. So I promise I'm not always positive, but I'm always reminding myself. So it's only going to help me more if I keep doing that. Oh my god, my phone's going to die and my camera's going to die. So let's hurry up, and then we'll probably have to take a break and come back. Workout routine and what you eat in a day, your body goals. I definitely want to film both of those. Like I said, they will be coming soon. A lot of these like aren't questions. You guys are just being so sweet. I love you guys so much. Do you speak Spanish? No, I do not. can you film a 2018 favorite makeup products, please? Yeah, I will film like my current favorites if you guys want to see that rather than 2018. I haven't filmed like a favorite videos. Like, I just don't film makeup videos that often anymore, but I definitely need to, so I'll do a favorites video for sure. So those are most of them from Instagram. Let's head over to YouTube and read some of those ones. Okay, so the first two questions I'm reading are: any plans to cut your hair shorter? Any plans to get a pixie cut? I think it would suit your face. Probably not. I'll probably never go shorter than I already have, which was like a little bit shorter than this. Maybe once I'm way older I'll do a really crazy pixie cut, but no plans soon. I actually have some other crazy plans with my hair, and you guys will see that very, very soon. I'm pretty nervous, but I'm also someone who likes new things and adventures and changing it up, whether it looks good, it looks bad. I just get bored, and I'd rather do something fun because I know I can change it back anyways, so just stay tuned for that. If you could speak another language, what would you like it to be? Sending lots of love. Thank you so much. Definitely French. I studied French all through high school, and I was pretty much decently fluent. When I went to Haiti, when I went to Paris, I could have full conversations in French. I definitely was not perfect, and like some of the kids in Haiti would laugh, but I've lost so much of that, like almost all of it, so that sucks. So I would really, really like to learn that, and I've been thinking I want to do one of those like online programs that you can learn. I've heard really, really good things about them. If you guys have ever used one, let me know down below which one it was and if it helped, if it worked. I'd really, really like to learn French more fluently and get back into it, and I think because I already have a background in it, it may make it easier on me. Okay, this is a good question, and I've been thinking about this literally since the first day I started my YouTube channel, and I wanted to do a full video on it, but I felt kind of weird, and I don't know, but I'm happy someone asks this. How did you manage dealing with your parents' divorce? So I was a freshman in high school when my parents got divorced, and lucky for me, the divorce wasn't anything dramatic or like super dangerous or scary or anything like that, but it definitely was a surprise. It surprised me and my brothers. We had no idea it was coming, so I think that was the hardest part. And I have an older brother and a younger brother, so I remember instantly just feeling confused, upset, and I didn't really know how to react to it. I remember I called my best friends. I was like just hanging out with my friends a lot for the first like month it happened. And then, you know, my parents are such great parents and they handled it really, really well. So I was very lucky in that sense. And my dad moved out and bought a house, and I was super excited to help my dad decorate. So that kind of helped me like enjoy the divorce in a way where I could, you know, help my dad and see my dad happy in his own home and my mom being happy on her own. Eventually, of course, that wasn't like the next day, but I think just surrounding yourself with good friends, and then of course like knowing that divorce isn't always such a bad thing. Obviously it's happening for a reason. And I was a freshman at the time, so I had a boyfriend, and I also have had boyfriends in middle school, like, you know, the little relationships you have. And I always was like, you know, think about it, like a divorce is a breakup essentially, and would you want to be with someone you're not happy with when, you know, like if you compare it to something super simple like that you could understand at that age, and that's what made me understand it. Like, if my mom is happier on her own, if my dad is happier on his own, then why wouldn't they? If that makes any sense, I'd rather my parents be happy. So I don't know. There's definitely been bad things and fights and other things that happen, and if you guys want to hear more about that, I'll do a fuller video on that. Of course, I want to keep privacy for my family as well. I don't know what I'm allowed to share. But the hardest thing for me, for sure, was dealing with my little brother, because he was so much younger and he was already like not as stable as me and my older brother were, because he was so much younger than us. And I think that's what hurt me the most, because I almost felt like I had to like help him more, and I still worry about that like today. So I think that was the hardest thing for me. But yeah, if you guys want to see like a more in-depth video about my parents' divorce and that story and like my feelings towards it and a little more like how I dealt with it, then let me know. My phone just died, so I'm gonna plug that in, let my stuff charge, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. and ready to answer some more questions. So another question about my hair. Did you like your hair after you cut it short? I want to cut mine like yours. Yes, I loved it. I still love my hair short. The only thing I'll tell you is people think when you cut your hair short, it's going to be so much easier. And it's actually the opposite, because you have to style it every day, especially depending on what kind of hair you have. If you have pin straight hair, you're probably fine. But I kind of have like a weird wave, little wave to my hair. So if I don't do anything to my hair, I literally look like a little boy, and it just like gets all messed up and weird. So I have to straighten it or curl it or do like one of these slick back looks. I have to do something with it. While when I had long hair, I could throw it up in a messy bun, I could throw it up in a cute pony, and it would still look good even if it was dirty or whatever. So with short hair, you have to style it a lot more, but I think it's so just like chic and more professional looking, and I love my short hair. I love my long hair too, but I love my short hair, and I would totally do it. If you're thinking about doing it, just do it. It will grow back so you can at least experience both, and that's kind of how I look at it. So, and back to the same girl who asked about the divorce, Raquel also asked, will you be doing a Glossier tutorial soon? Yes, I've been meaning to do that. I have a whole box of Glossier products from Black Friday. I ordered a bunch of stuff from Glossier, and I actually like partnered with them a while ago, so I had some like discount to use. So I bought a bunch of stuff to do a full face. I've only used a little bit of the stuff, but it's just been at my dad's house, so I haven't gotten around to filming it, but I want to do like a full one brand tutorial using all of the Glossier products, so that will be coming soon as well. When do you see yourself getting married? So of course, I think this, like, you never really know with life. I think everything happens for a reason, but if I had to say right now, I probably don't see myself getting married till my late 20s. Well, getting married is different than having kids. Shoot, sorry, I was thinking about having kids. Probably, oh my god, I don't know, 25, 6, 7, 8. I have no idea. Late 20s? No time soon. Are you friends with some other YouTubers? No, not really. Two of my best friends both have a channel. Fran and Drayton have a channel, and Kelly has a channel. But those are like obviously already my friends. I don't have any like YouTube friends. I have always wanted to like reach out to girls that have similar pages like mine. I don't know if you guys watch Jessica Howell. She has a similar page to mine, and she's actually from like where I'm from, but now she lives in Nashville. So I've been wanting to reach out to her. Maggie McDonald, I love her. I've been watching her a ton recently. I've been wanting to reach out to her. But no, I don't really have any YouTube friends. It would be really cool to have some though. What made you decide not to go to college? What's your advice for current students contemplating whether to go or not, and if it's worth it? So I went to Wayne State my first semester. I've probably told you guys this a million times if you've been here before. I went to Wayne State my first semester, and I was studying business and marketing and a minor in French. Of course, it was my first year, so I was basically just taking gen eds plus French classes. And I lived on campus. I lived in the dorms, and I thought I was going to love it. I hated it. It was probably like the most stressful, like downside of my life ever. I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but it really, really was. I was not happy there. So after my first semester, I came home and I started going to community college, living at home, and that was a lot better. I liked that because it felt like high school. It was easy for me with still doing YouTube, and I could still focus on what I wanted to do, but then still like drive to class really quick and then come back home. So that was really nice. If you guys are kind of contemplating, maybe just try going to a community college first and seeing what works. But like I said, I'm such a strong-minded person, and I know I wanted to pursue YouTube. I know I wanted to pursue and do so much better in my career and work hard at it. So I sat down with my parents and I just asked them, hey, like, please give me a year. I was actually in Dallas when I had this conversation with my aunt, and my aunt kind of really helped me come tell my parents, like, hey, please, like, I just give me a year off and let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what can happen in a year. And that's when I hit all my milestones. I hit 50K, I hit 100K, and I've just been making, to be blunt, more money than I have obviously when I started. So I think that's what decided for me not to go to college. And it's not me not going to college, I'm just kind of taking a break. I don't know if I'll go back. I might go back. I might go to a school somewhere international for just like study reasons or for experience reasons, but I'm a strong-minded person. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew I would do it 10 times better if I did it the way I wanted it to go, rather than forcing myself to take these classes that I felt were pointless. So it really depends on your situation. I wouldn't say just don't go to college if you don't have some second plan that you really believe in and you want to work hard at. But then also don't go to college if people are just telling you you need to go and blah 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 blah, and you're trying to work on this other thing, and you really know what you want to do, and this college is just not fitting your plan. Don't feel like you have to. It's such a structure thing in society that you need to go to college, and I honestly don't believe in it. Everyone kind of believes in something different. You can always go to college later, and that's kind of how I look at it. So it's not like I dropped out of high school and I can't go back. So at least I finished that part, right? If you had to use one makeup brand for the rest of your life, which brand would you pick? That's such a hard question. I use so many different brands. This sounds kind of weird, and I honestly don't use their products on a daily basis, but I feel like I would choose MAC, because I feel like MAC has the widest variety in like true products there, with like their foundations and their powders, and I love their lipsticks, I love their lip glosses. I know everything there. I know their bronzers, I know their blushes, their conceal. Yeah, probably MAC. They have like everything I know there. I don't use it all the time, but if I had to pick, I feel like I'm most educated on MAC products, and they have like the most variety and just like true makeup, so definitely them. At what age did you start doing makeup? What is your all-time favorite makeup product you own? I love you in your videos so much. Thank you. I love you too. So I started doing makeup. I like to think I started doing makeup a lot younger because I danced my whole life, and of course for recitals and shows you always had to do your makeup. When I was really young, my mom did it, but then I started taking over pretty early on, just doing my lipstick, doing my blush. I loved it. I loved picking out like new products to use for my dance recital. And then when I actually started wearing makeup, I was in 6th grade. Started wearing like full makeup pretty early on, and my mom like didn't even care. I remember we went to Nordstrom and went to the MAC counter, and I got like the MAC foundation, and I think it was the Studio Fix foundation. And if you guys know, that's a thick foundation. Like a girl in 6th grade does not need Studio Fix foundation. And I remember me and my best friend went, Fran, and we got a bunch of MAC products. So I started wearing makeup really early on, and I'm kind of happy I did, because I feel like I learned a lot more earlier. Even though I started earlier, I may have like made quite a few mistakes in middle school. At least I am where I am now because of that. And my favorite makeup product I own, I probably have to say my lip liner, because it's something I've been using for probably like 5 years, and that's the Milani lip liner in 09 Spice. I wear it every single day. I'm actually not wearing it right now, so I lied. But I have loved that product through everything. Like nothing beats that lip liner. I have like 10 of them, and they're always dull, which is why I'm not wearing it today, because I can never find my pencil sharpener, and it's just a big problem. But I love that lip liner, so yeah, I'll link it down below. Which are your favorite 2019 fashion trends? I feel like neon is still pretty relevant in 2019, so I'm really liking the neon trends. I think that's really cool. I feel like sweatsuits are still pretty in. I love the whole matchy sweatsuit look, although they're really hard to find. I was looking for one. I'm going to New York next weekend, and I really want a new cute sweatsuit for my airport outfit. And it's either like a super high-end expensive one, which I can't afford, or something a little bit cheaper or a lot cheaper, and I just don't feel the vibe of it. I don't feel the fit of it, so I'm looking for one. I feel like I'll always love that trend. What words would you use to describe your fashion style? I would definitely describe my fashion style as versatile and different, because I like everything. Like one day I want to be super grungy and like all black and all that kind of stuff, and then one day I want to be like super cute, classy, pink. One day I want to be professional. One day I want to be crazy with a wig. Like I love just experimenting, so I don't have like one. I feel like if I had to choose one style, it would just be pretty basic. Like I just love like a nice pair of jeans and a nice sweater, or like a nice pair of jeans and a nice top with heels, or like a dress and heels. So I feel like I'm pretty classic, but I do like messing around with quite a few different styles and trends. So yeah. Do you want to have a family ever? Yes, of course. I cannot wait to have my own family, but not now. So I'm reading some questions about YouTube and entrepreneurship. things like that. So those I'm going to answer in my next Q&A, just so you guys know I'm not ignoring you. Where do you get your concealer from? Tarte Shape Tape is one of my favorites, and the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define or Conceal and Perfect concealer. Those are both really, really good. Okay, this is a good one. What is one thing besides your own makeup brand would you love to see blossom out of your career on YouTube? Or if you could describe your perfect future, what would it look like? I love to travel, and I definitely see myself living in multiple cities in my life, like big cities. I know I want to live in New York one day. I want to live in Paris one day. So I think doing anything where I could make that happen, whether it be working for a brand in New York or doing some type of like newscasting. I've always wanted to do like, you know, those like announcers at like a basketball game or like anything. I don't know, I like being in front of a camera, so anything like that. But I also don't want to get into like a full-time career like that. I would just want to do like side jobs, if that makes sense, or anything like little acting jobs I think would be super cool. I wish I could sing. I honestly really want to take singing classes or singing lessons just to like see if I even have potential in singing, because I think that would be really cool to pursue. I don't know, anything like in the creative arts world, I would love to be able to experiment with because of my YouTube channel, which I also think is so cool that like YouTube and social media can get you into all these different like realms of things that you like probably wouldn't have been able to get to otherwise, or it would have been a lot harder to. So yeah, I don't know, one of those things. What is the best product, do you think, for acne? So one of my favorite spot treatments is the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. It's that like pink little bottle you can get at Urban Outfitters, Ulta, or online, of course. That's definitely my favorite for like spot acne treatment. But as far as like acne in general, I have learned keeping it simple is the best way to go, at least for my skin. I used to use so many different products and lotions and expensive stuff and trying all these masks every other night because I thought that was gonna get rid of my acne. I learned that just sticking with a super simple cleanser and lotion helped my face the most. I have my skincare video on my channel if you guys want to see that. I'll link it down below. I use the CeraVe lotion and cleanser, and I've used that for over a year now, and it's just the most simple thing. And if I do want to do a mask, I'll use a mask like once a week, once every 2 weeks, and I keep it super, super simple because I feel like all these other products were messing with my skin. So I think that's the biggest tip I have for acne. Also, go see your dermatologist. I was always against seeing a dermatologist. I don't know why. Once I saw her, I got on some acne medicine, and then she told me to get onto a simpler routine, and that's really why my skin cleared up. So go see a dermo. Everyone's skin is different. Obviously, they're a professional, and they're going to be able to help you the most in that area. Have you considered moving out, living on your own? Yes, I have. I've been wanting to move out since I turned 18 years old. I'm just that kind of person. I'm very independent. I like to be by myself. I like to be alone. I like to have my stuff where I want it. It's like just very, like I know what I like. And weird. I have a weird addiction of like apartment shopping and house shopping online. I literally am on Zillow, the app, like every day just scrolling. I even look in like the most randomest cities just for fun. But yeah, I have found a couple apartments in Detroit. I really, really, really want to move out. I don't think my parents want me to. I think they say it as like, you don't need to, but really I think they just want me to stay home with them. So we'll see what happens. Obviously I have my office right now, so as far as like money-wise, I would need to get rid of my office to be able to afford my own apartment, especially in Detroit because prices are so high. I don't know how soon that will happen. It could happen really soon if I push for it and go get it. Like I said, strong-minded. If I really, really wanted to, I could probably be moving into my own apartment next month, but honestly I don't see that happening. But yes, I have been thinking about it. I really want to, especially again, that's another thing with what I do for work. Like it would just make so much more sense to be spending my money on an apartment where my office would be at home and I can work from home and like it's my own whole space, because you guys know like YouTube is very aesthetically pleasing, and having my own space and quiet and time, like I feel like that would benefit my channel so much. So yes, I've been thinking about it. It's not like official in the plans yet, but I'm always looking, always on my mind. So will you be doing a Fenty beauty review? I probably won't do a beauty review or anything, but I do love Fenty products, and you guys know the Fenty foundation was my favorite for a really long time, so I do want to pick up some of her new products. So maybe I'll do like a tutorial or a video, but probably not a review. There's already so many, and I'll probably be too late by the time I pick those products up. There are so many questions. I'm going to answer just a couple more and then we're going to close out this video, and I will answer all the other YouTube business questions in my next Q&A. Makeup techniques, tricks that will never go out of style for you. Definitely setting my under eye with powder using a beauty sponge. I think that was the craziest, best technique found in 2018. I can't believe that wasn't ever done before. So definitely setting my under eye using a sponge. What other techniques? I guess not techniques, but always curl your eyelashes. That makes such a big difference. And I know some people are so freaked out at an eyelash curler, but I swear it makes such a huge difference. I used to never do it, and now I can't go a day without curling my eyelashes, even when I'm not wearing makeup. So definitely that. And then also always making sure my skin is prepped correctly. I can't do my makeup unless I've done my full skincare routine and a primer, a really good primer to start off my makeup. Okay, this is a pretty deep question and a good one, so I'm going to answer this and then we're going to close out this video before both of my equipment dies again. So this is from Marie. She says, I know you don't struggle, but do you have any advice for those who are really struggling with an eating disorder? I adore your thoughts and you have helped me through many problems. Just wanted to see your take on this. Well, thank you for asking me that. It makes me so happy when you guys ask me questions like super deep like that and you trust what I have to say. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I don't know really much about this besides like personal thoughts. So I don't have an eating disorder, but I definitely turn to food when I'm stressed, when I'm bored, when I'm overthinking. I am a binge eater. I eat way more than I need to at times. I eat all day long. Late at night when I can't sleep, I go downstairs and I eat food. Like, ask any of my friends. It's actually a joke. My friends call me the whale, and I know that sounds really mean, but it's a joke. I totally, like, I'll put my hands up. Yes, I overeat. So technically, I don't know if it's an eating disorder. It kind of is because I binge eat, and that is a disorder. So, and that's why I have really, really bad bloating problems. Luckily, I don't gain a bunch of weight, but I definitely, like, because I'm short, I can see when I gain weight. But as far as the eating problem, I think just being mindful of it, the fact that you know that you have an eating disorder is the first step to fixing it. Usually people with eating disorders don't even like realize they have it, or they're so stuck in their head about their body or other mental issues that they're not even thinking about that. So the fact that you know is very, very important. And for me, I always I know I binge eat and I know I can eat really, really unhealthy, and honestly YouTube helps me. I'll just search like healthy recipes or like what I eat in a day, and they just kind of motivate me to eat healthy and like realize, oh, it is easier than I think. And I do want to get on a schedule, so I think using like the social media influence has always helped me with everything, and that's what I like to do. I know it's hard, especially if it's on the other side of things as far as like anorexia. I've never experienced that personally. I've had friends that have experienced that like very bad in high school, and I know how hard it is to get through that. But again, like I said, if you know you have that, that is so important, and you just have to be strong enough to fix it. And just getting on a schedule, writing out your meals, eating a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, and just looking up healthy recipes, looking up easy recipes. Like, make it fun, make it exciting for you to make food, and you're proud of yourself that you cooked this. And yeah, I think that's my answer. I don't know. I hope that helped, and I hope you can figure that out for yourself, or for anyone who is struggling with it. I know it's such a problem, and you're not the only one out there. I know I've never really shared that I'm a binge eater, but I definitely am, and that's not a joke. So yeah, we're all in this together, and I hope you guys are dealing with everything okay. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I answered your questions. There was still a bunch more that I did not answer. Like I said, I will be in New York City next weekend, so be prepared for lots of fun travel videos, fashion videos, and another Q&A. Actually, with that being said, if you guys want to leave questions in New York, I'm going with Kelly, my best friend. Leave your questions down below, any girl questions. Me and Kelly are going to film like a girly Q&A, so ask your deep and darkest girly questions, whether it's about periods or pregnancies or sex or relationships or like confidence or fashion or makeup, any like super girly feminine women questions down below. We are going to answer them for you guys together in New York, so leave those down below for us and we will get to that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not seen my merch yet, I will leave the link down below. You guys can shop it. Now I have t-shirts, sweatshirts, and tanks. Super cute, and it's also free shipping. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. I strive for every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so bear with me if that doesn't happen. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!